Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Resilient Plants. So, in this episode, I will talk about the care of this zebra Haworthia and how to save it from root rot. So, I bought this about a week or so back from Lowe's, and unfortunately, our local Lowe's here is an overwaterer. So when I bought this plant, it looked absolutely healthy, but then today morning I just noticed that some of these leaves are looking like completely puckered and mushy. And then when I inspected it, I found that it was all very watery at the bottom. So the only thing I did was, after buying this plant, was just putting a few river rock pebbles just for aesthetic purposes, but I did not water it thinking that it would just be okay, but turns out it needs some more TLC. So let's go ahead and get this guy checked, and then maybe air dried for a few days and then repotted, or maybe, okay, let's see. So first I will take off all the river rocks. And you're gonna squish this apart so that the soil comes off easily, and then let's take it out. Okay, it looks bad, but not too bad. You can see that they don't smell so bad yet, but yeah, okay, it's quite bad. Some roots have come off as well. And a poor pup has died. Maybe all the pups are gone. Who knows? Yeah, that pup's completely melted off. Yep. So we have to take off all of these leaves which have started melting off, and then okay, start to see some healthy growth there. Finally, so you can see the melted part here, and you can start seeing the healthy part from here. So this is so these are all the leaves that you essentially have to remove in order to rescue the plant. So you can still see that there is some melted part here and some dry part starting from here. maybe I will save this leaf for leaf propagation and see how that goes. These are not the leaves which will lead to a successful leaf propagation, because you see some melted part here, but in comparison you can see the two different leaves. So this is the melted one and this is the one which is still very healthy. Okay. So as you can see here, I'm left with very little room. So this is the part from where it has started getting all mushy. And yeah, on this side it's a little bit healthier, but I would have to cut off from this entire part in order to stop the rot from spreading. So let's go ahead and sanitize my cutter here. Okay, for that I'm just going to use a bit of rubbing alcohol for my blades, and then we'll cut it. We don't want any more bacteria or any other germs to attach to the root. Okay, so let's see. So first I'm going to leave a bit more space, wiggle room for cutting, and we'll see. Maybe I'll just cut off more from one side rather than cut all through the diameter. You gotta be very gentle with it while slicing. Okay, so this part looks quite healthy and pink. I'm just gonna slice off a little from the one side which had rotted a bit more in order to get rid of the damaged tissues. You don't have to essentially cut it symmetrically. It's okay to put an uneven cut. So we let it callus over for a few days, or maybe I'm just going to leave it around for a week on a tray, and then I will come back and show you how I repot this and what sort of soil I am repotting it, and then we'll hope for the best and hope that it recovers. I'm pretty sure this is going to recover because we have quite a bit of plant left in here. So friends, you can see where I have put this plant for drying. So it's pretty far away from all my other plants, and this is a very airy space and sort of a medium brightness area. Even though this is on my south facing window, I know that in my area it's gonna be pretty cloudy for the next 4 days, so I think it will be fine. So it's gonna get proper air ventilation and proper light, and it can callus over during that period. Hi everyone. everyone. So I wanted to give an update about how my rescued zebra Haworthia was doing since I took off the rotted roots and cut off the rotted part of the stem and then left it to dry. So unfortunately I do not have the clips of showing how it had calloused over. So I left it for a week actually because I did not have the time. So maybe 6 or 7 days in total that it had just been lying on that plate I showed you. And then I repotted it into this tiny little nursery pot here, the original pot in which it came. So I did wash this pot thoroughly before reusing it again, and unfortunately I lost the footage of me doing the repotting. I thought I had transferred all the clips to my laptop before I deleted it from my phone, but turns out I hadn't, and so I just lost that part of the video, which is a bummer, but I think it's still fine. So this is a 6-week update ever since I put it into this pot, and as you can see that the leaves all look fresh. So this is in just a normal cacti, like till 2-inch depth. There's just a normal cacti and succulent mix, and then I have put this top dressing of with a gritty mix, just so that I don't have the lighter soil particles floating up on top when I'm watering it. So I do top water this plant every week, and it sits under a grow light inside this cash pot. See how pretty it is. Okay, let's not digress. So yeah, and I also took a count of how many leaves it had when I before I repotted it. So it had 12 leaves, and how I know that it has recovered and it is growing is that because I'm not sure if it will be visible here or not on camera, but okay, let's see. I'm just trying to look for a good angle. You see that very tiny leaf, this one here poking out. So that's a new leaf which was not there when I initially started rescuing this plant. So that is new growth. So that's how I know it is doing well. And also if I just tug at it like this and try to gently pull it out, it doesn't come out. It's held itself, it's grown properly into the soil. So that's how I know that this has started rooting. Maybe it's not a very elaborate root system underneath, but yeah, I really don't like messing with the root system, especially when it's a plant that's recovering. And I just really like this tiny little pot, and this was the only nursery pot that I had which would fit inside. So despite me wanting to put it in a clear plastic nursery pot, I opted to reuse this one, so that this tiny little recovering zebra Haworthia has a nice place to grow into. So anyway, I hope you liked this series rehabbing a rotting zebra Haworthia, and I hope you find this helpful. So if you like my content and if you'd like to get notified whenever I upload a video, please feel free to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that we can stay connected with more pretty plant stuff. Till next time, take care, see you, bye bye. Sorry, I always forget to add something or the other in each video. So yeah, here are the leaves which were initially healthy, which I thought of propagating. So here they are. They haven't done much in the past 6 or 7 weeks since I tried them and then put them up in the soil, but as you can see, they aren't doing much yet. They're still pretty firm. Okay, so this one has come out, so let's just take a look at that. So yeah, as you can see, there isn't much. Let it focus. Okay, there isn't much. I don't think there's anything going on right there. So anyway, I will just push it back into the soil and keep you all updated if there's anything happening on this side.